Oh, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God. I think First Reformed has changed my life. First Reformed is the latest film from writer-director Paul Schrader, starring 2019 Best Actor nominee Ethan Hawke as a... Oh, he wasn't nominated. Fuck! Ethan Hawke plays the Christian minister in charge of a historic church site who starts to seriously lose his shit after, well, I don't even know, he just kind of looks at the state of the world and his mind just collapses. Now guys, I gotta be real with you, 18 months ago I was at the Venice Film Festival where First Reformed premiered, and I had the option to see the world premiere of this movie, but you wanna know what I saw instead? Downsizing.
Wow. That is wild, isn't it? It's just wild.
Yeah, I've regretted that decision every waking hour of my life since then. It's especially a regret because this movie punted me into oblivion. And even a week after seeing it, I still don't feel like my thoughts on it have fully formed, and I don't know if they ever will, and whatever I did take away from it on that first viewing just feels like it scrambled my brain. So, let's start with what's easy, such as the fact that Ethan Hawke is otherworldly levels of incredible in this. Like seriously, from all that I've seen from him, this is by far the best work I've ever seen him do, same as Amanda Seyfried. They're absolutely ludicrously amazing in this. Ethan Hawke and Paul Schrader together have managed to totally externalize this incredibly internal character so that we kind of can read everything he's going through. And that's why it feels like Ethan Hawke and this performance really is the movie. Reverend Toller is kind of like the Travis Bickle of Christianity. And he's seriously just one of my favorite characters I've seen in years. First Reformed is one of those movies that just feels totally precise and just kind of flawlessly executed from top to bottom, from the like awkward claustrophobic 4:3 aspect ratio to the way each scene is assembled within that ratio, to the ominous industrial soundtrack, to the methodical editing. It's just all so perfectly spot on. The whole film just has a crazy ferocity to its storytelling, and that's not me saying that it's a fast movie, because it's not. At all. First Reformed just kind of builds and builds, and the longer it goes on, the more of an internal crisis I was thrown into. I bit my lip halfway through that sentence. There's a lot going on here conceptually, but I think that the easiest thing to pin down is that this film is looking at climate change and the state of the world we live in through a spiritual lens and asking questions like, what does God think of what we're doing to this planet? And will God forgive us for what we've done? And look, I'm not a religious person at all, but lensing these issues that way through this kind of outlook of the earth is a gift given to us by God and we're ruining it, that is really, really compelling to me. And what makes it more interesting is the way that this character, Reverend Toller, just kind of stacks this all onto himself and, you know, like as if he's kind of responsible for trying to fix everything. I can't say a whole lot about the overall thesis of this movie, as it kind of just boils down to the final few shots, and it's an experience I want you to have for yourself if you haven't seen it yet. But the way this film looks at the world and kind of says, yes, everything is shit. Yes, we can feel defeated about that. Yes, we can and probably should despair, but there's more to being here and now than that if we choose to see it. Well, sweet Jesus, if that didn't send a shockwave just rippling through my entire existence that had me just reevaluating the things that I want to put into this world and the way I want to perceive the things that I take from it. Let's put it this way. Any movie that can get me going out into the world afterwards and just seeing everything in almost a totally different way, and that can get me reassessing my own values and beliefs, all while being just beautifully, stunningly crafted, well, that movie, to me, is a masterpiece. Okay, so just quickly, I want to discuss that I've done this review a little bit differently. Over the last couple of months, I've done really heavily scripted reviews that I've stuck to 100%. Whatever is in the review is what was in that script that I've written. And what I've wanted to do, starting with this video, is bring back a lot more of Breaking Banter's older, more improvised style. So I haven't really stuck to the script completely. I've kind of flown off a little bit. I've added a bit of that extra spiciness that I guess our older videos had. I want to bring back the energy, the immaturity, and the exaggerated silliness can stay away, but I just want to bring back that kind of fast-paced kinetic energy of our older videos, because I think a lot of the original fans of this channel want to see more of that. So I'm trying to find a happy medium between those two kind of states that I've gone through. So I'd love to hear your feedback on that. Did you feel that with this video? Did it feel a bit more like classic Breaking Banter? And did you still get what you wanted to out of this review? Did it still feel like I got across enough for you to know not only my thoughts on the movie, but if you haven't seen it, whether you would see it going forward? So anyway, those are my thoughts on First Reformed. Have you seen it yet? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you like this video? Well, of course you did. You can subscribe to Breaking Banter down there somewhere, as well as my other channel, Loverboy Media, over there somewhere. You can follow me on Twitter at Loverboy Media and on Breaking Banter, and on Instagram at Breaking Banter. And you can also support us on Patreon if you feel like doing so. Thank you so much to anyone who is supporting us on there already. It's just, that support is incredible. I love you guys so much. If you have not yet jumped onto Patreon, I've launched a bunch of cool rewards starting in 2019, exclusive stuff that you only get from being a patron. So yeah, thank you so much to anyone who is on there already. Anyone who isn't, go and check it out, and I will see you guys in the next video.